All right, we're here at the Greenwood Prowl and Growl with head coach Brad Brownell. Brad, the way that the season ended, disappointing for everybody. I'm sure for you, do you still consider this season a success? Because so many third in the ACC in the regular season. How do you, now that you've had time to look back at it, how do you view this season?
I was really happy with our guys. Just a really fun group to work with, and really proud of what they were able to accomplish. 14 ACC wins. I thought we kept getting better through the season. Hunter Tyson had a phenomenal year, and we're all crossing our fingers that he might have a chance to get drafted. And obviously excited about next year. We still got some guys coming back. Obviously, PJ and Chase seem to be coming back, and so something to build on. I think this year's momentum will really help us with next year's team. So very excited about what we were able to accomplish, and proud of our guys for all the hard work that they put into it.
And you think you'll be able to use the transfer portal to pretty good effect, right?
Yeah,
obviously it's wide open.
Yeah, exactly. Right. We're still working on our roster and can't quite get into specifics about players just yet. But I feel like we're going to have some success. And then, just need to supplement a couple spots. Obviously, Brevin and Hunter Tyson are the two main guys that were starters and very productive players. And so we're going to add on to that a little bit. And again, I think we have some good pieces back. Really have Chase and PJ certainly, but then also Ian Shefflin is a guy who started. So to have three starters back, I think, gives us a good base.
After even before the Morehead State game, Graham Neff met with us and said, I have confidence in Brad Brownell. We're not going to talk about anything. What does it mean to have the confidence of your AD to know, I don't have to worry about this. I can just go out and recruit and prepare for next year?
Oh, obviously I love being a coach at Clemson. Humbled and honored to have been here as long as I have, and we're trying to take the next step, certainly. I thought this team was very close in a lot of ways, but we've got to win one or two more games to put ourselves in a position to play for big games, and that's what we're trying to do. Obviously, I think the thing that I was most proud of with the team probably is, we played into the last game of the season with a chance to win a regular season championship, and so to get to the last week of really, I guess, first week of March, last week of February with a chance to win a regular season, the ACC is impressive, but we need to win one or two more to try to get that done. So hopefully, we can again have another opportunity this year.
And you and I've talked about this before in bigger settings, but the goal is to make the NCAA tournament, right?
Yeah,
and that's the goal next year.
Yeah, the goal is always to make the NCAA tournament. Try, get to March with a chance to advance, and playing important games late, which we were able to do. But fell a game or two short, probably a game short of making the NCAA. And it's proven that whenever you get in that tournament, good things can happen to anybody. I mean, if you play good basketball this year, just like most years, there seem to be upsets, right? And the parity in college basketball is real. I mean, there are so many good players throughout the rosters that you got to play really well to win. But if you do play well in those games, you have a chance to do something special, and we've got to try to get ourselves that chance.
And I don't think you're a big social media guy, which is probably a good thing for a head coach. But are you able to kind of shut out all of that outside noise?
Hey,
I don't
worry about
message
control
boards.
The things I can control. Right? I can't worry about all the things that are going on, and I just try to do all I can for our players, try to put our players in a chance to be successful, do things that help our program in terms of fundraising, friend raising, and again, provide our guys with a really good experience. So, enjoy coming out to these and giving back to the fans, but certainly don't worry about a lot of the other things that are going on.
And final question would be, obviously your roster's not built yet, but do you feel good about next year?
Yeah, feel good about next year. Obviously, having PJ and Chase, your two primary players, a guard and a post player that are both all-conference type players. I think that's you have to have multiple good players to win at the highest level of our league. I mean, you can't just have one. You need two or three. And so having those two guys back with experience, I think both those guys will really grow. Like the leadership that Hunter Tyson displayed this year was tremendous, and I think that's the next big step for for both PJ and Chase. I think, the thing with PJ is I don't think PJ was really ever 100% healthy until later in the season. The first 2 months, really November and December, he was not himself a lot. He and I had some long conversations. I mean, he had shed a few tears in my office, disappointed that he wasn't playing better at times, wanting to do better. But I think what has happened is he's really grown from that. And already, even in the 3 or 4 weeks that we've been working out after the season, he's much better. Like he's much healthier. He's moving better. And now he looks around and there is no Hunter Tyson. And so there's a void of leadership that he's got to fill, and he's doing that. And then Chase, I think, is the next guy that took a big step as a player this year. I'd love to see him take another step, much like a Hunter Tyson. But he's got to get more vocal. But those guys both have talent. They're both very willing and able. And I think our young guys really respect them.
Thank you.
You.
Hey,